Hi guys, welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Hi beautiful souls, welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. Hello and welcome to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. I hope that's ticked everybody's box. I hope somebody's happy there with one of those intros. Oh dear, you believe how many people unfriend me because I say the wrong words. Hi guys, welcome. It's lovely to see you. The word guys really scares people. Look who I've got here, because I dropped my mum the other day because I was so excited. I dropped her. I said, oh mum, sorry. The frame broke, so I've got this one instead. So I think you might like this one. Maybe you're... Where have you all gone? Oh my God, not the photo album. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and you're looking at it. This is it. There's my beautiful mum. There's my beautiful daughter. Poor girl. Look what we used to do to her. That's China. And there's me and Nico when we had a photo shoot together. Look at it. Look, I had hair there. Look, it's dark. Did I? It's okay. I must have coloured it. I was an hairdresser. I used to have Bahama blue hair at one time. And I had a perm. Hey, Jesus, oh, what we used to do. God, those were the days. I used to blow dry my hair with a brush, round brush. I did, honestly. Somebody said I slurped my coffee. I'm really sorry. It's because it's like hot. Sorry. So, yeah. Wow, my head's everywhere. I'm all over the place today. That's probably because, like, everywhere around me is Moldavites. Yeah, I'm just uploading Moldavites. We're trying to get the Moldavite specials, the lockdown specials up there at cost. So you get free delivery and the Moldavite comes to you. They're only little tiny ones, but they're really beautiful, powerful and genuine. So I'm looking at me around like, oh my God. I've nearly finished these crystals that I'm gifting. I've already mentioned this a couple of times, but it's nice to mention it again, because I've got a lot of haters. It's funny, when you start to do well, you get a lot of haters. When you start to shine, you get a lot of haters. It's interesting that, isn't it, when you think about it? When you're at your full energy level, you get a lot of haters. And that should be a compliment. It really should. But because you've got a sensitive heart, you feel their pain, you wonder and ask yourself, what am I doing to make people hate me so much? I've had it all my life. Being a kid, did I mention it in my book? I was like playing in a sandpit, and this little boy, he was like, how old were we? We must have been 5, 4, I don't know. But he came over to me and he had a hammer in his hand and he smashed it over my head, and I woke up, blood all over. That was my first experience of being bullied. And it's really weird, because from that moment on, I remember, like, growing up, when you were a kid back then in my day, in them days, you know, when you had no shoes, you had to walk 20 miles. No, when I was a little kid and I used to walk to my friend's house, the Andrew and Michael Downeys, I used to walk to their house. And I used to, just a little bit further on than there, I don't know why I went on that way, but sometimes I walked on a little bit further. Left-hand side, there was a big, massive Victorian house. And in that house was this boy who hit me over the head with a hammer. And I used to walk past and look at the house all the time, wondering, what did I do for him to hit me over the head with a hammer? I wanted to understand, even at that age, even at such a young age, I was wanting to know what I did for him to hate me so much. And I think we're all like that, really. Why do people say such awful things to us? Why do people do such awful things? Why do people write such awful things? Why do people say behind his back such awful things? I didn't really truly grasp any of that. Even my family would say and do awful things sometimes, and I just didn't understand it, why people behave the way they do. Until I got into this world, this field of work of healing. To become a healer, you have to heal yourself. To become a healer, you have to know what healing is, why it is why you have to heal a certain part of the body, and you have to know what made that part of the body in such pain. And I'm talking about your emotional as well as physical. It's everything. So all of it's connected. So why is this woman in pain in her chest? Why is this man in pain in his groin? And you get to find out, wow, there's patterns here. After 16 years of working every day with clients, you realize, shit, you come home and say, wow, there's a pattern in this. There's a pattern in it. And the patterns are not always specifically to the exact same story, but similar. So I may have mentioned this before. There was a point where one man was coming, and I used to focus on his groin all the time, healing his groin. My hand's a bit above the groin. Obviously, I'm not touching it because that's not what a healer does. Just rises above the energy because you're working on the energy. So I'm just going on the groin area, and it was like through a process of weeks and weeks, and every time I was working on it with no words said, I could feel two women in his life. There was two women. I could feel two women. And that was what was causing the groin problem, that his testicles, he had, cancer down there. So when we are in pain on a day-to-day experience, that pain goes to a certain part of the body. One day I will write a book about every part of the body's pain is related to what I've experienced through my clients' suffering of what they're going through. And that should be an interesting book, but that's going to take a long time. That's going to take years. So I give snippets of, Don Tallman says, golden nuggets, the truest truth. And you should feel that you it is true. It's true. When you are being beaten every day by your dad, it's going to affect your back. When your mother is suffering from her husband being abusive, she's going to get it in her stomach. She's going to get stomach cancer, and so on. But not always in that place, but predominantly you can see a pattern. Not everything that I say is 100%. Jesus, not anything that anybody says is 100%. You've always got different aspects of somebody's life. So yes, maybe a woman is being abused by her husband, but at the same time, she is suffering from her abuse from her mother. Therefore, it's a different energy. But you get what I'm saying. And all we can do as a singular human being through our experience is share that experience. That's it. And you might take a soundbite and say, Jesus Christ, that makes sense. Like some of the sound bites I use are this: your pain and suffering is exactly there for you to become stronger than. Therefore, if your parents made you suffer in any way and you grow up to not being your parents and how they acted, you then break the mold of your parents, which is why we're here. So everything you go through is an experience, and all the pain and suffering, and as you get older you can either be part of that suffering and that pain, right? Or you can choose to break the mold of all of that suffering and pain and become stronger. So if you're abused as a child, you can grow up to be an abuser, or you can never abuse again and share your truth and help people in that similar position. You see, that's not just with abuse, that's with everything you do. If you get punched in the face by, I don't know, a Chinese man, then you grow up and punch every Chinese man in the face. You haven't broken the mold of that experience. I'm waffling now, aren't I? Sometimes I just waffle. Anyway, this has got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I started a video about something wonderful here and I've gone into one, so I've gone off on one. Okay, so from the first moment of being a healer and learning about crystals and how magnificent and truly powerful they are, I started organically giving crystals away because as a child I would always give sweets away rather than eat them myself. I would always gift stuff. In fact, if you watch any of my videos, when I first talk about being a child or somebody says to me on a radio program or a TV program that I've ever done, "Who are you, Mark?" I normally say, when I was a little boy and we went to Poland for 6 weeks, The most important part of that trip is buying some sweeties to bring back to share with all my friends. That's it. That's who I am. And I've never changed. So even if I have nothing, I will still give it away. Just like my daughter, right? China, I know what she's like. She doesn't tell me this, but she'll give her last euro away or do anything she can for anybody. I know what she's like. She's like that. She's beautiful. That's a gift. So even though you don't have anything at the end of it, it doesn't matter because you feel more wealthy, right? But some people will never get that. But anyway, so because markbajerski.com and because what I've always done for 16 years has been proven that it works, then people come back to the website and say, I like that guy and I like what he offers and I love what he offers. And I even know that he's told me years ago, and I've always said it, that if I buy one of his crystals, he always gifts one away to somebody else. So I'm not just buying one, but he's actually gifting sometimes 2 or 3. So I'm buying a crystal and I'm actually gifting people. Well, you are. And that's what I've always done. This lockdown alone, within this space of 7 or 8 weeks, I gifted over 1,000 crystals away to children. Did you know that? Probably not. But it doesn't matter. I do it out of love. And the staff who work for me, you should see them. They're like buzzing, jumping around, because they know that gifting is the most beautiful part of our work. And that's what I always do. So I worked on a load of crystals, and here's my next load of crystals that I'm working on right now. And these are specifically for 2 reasons. One, I know that the 4+1G is causing illness to a lot of people because I get loads of messages. There's either a tower next to you, or there's some I don't know, it's next to your house or near you on the wall. And I get it. I know what you're going through. I totally get it. So I went out of my way looking for certain crystals that were going to help with that. And I realized very quickly that, I've got one in my pocket here, that this works really well. And the word has been hijacked. And this is called Silicon Valley. Last night I was on my computer uploading some crystals on the website, and as I was doing that I was getting a pain in my wrists. So what I did was take the Silicon Valley and strap it here. I strapped it, just put something around here, and within 15 minutes it was gone, and now it feels great. I rub this either on my forehead, because I often get, if I'm anywhere near a I'm going to say tower, I often get a sharp pain in my head. So I'll sit and just meditate and hold my hand there. So Silicon Valley works really well. So here's the truth. What I'm doing now is I'm just finishing working on these, and I'm going to give these away. Now, listen. If you don't understand what I'm saying, if it makes no sense, and if you're not in any physical pain, please guys, don't send me an email. Be loving and kind and respectful, and think, okay, I don't need that because I've not got a tower near me. Don't just think, oh, I'm going to say it anyway and get one. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because the universal exchange doesn't really like that, and it's not good for you. If you actually say, I'm not going to take one of them because it's not going to affect me, it doesn't affect me at this moment, then the universe will see that and see that you're honest and true to yourself, and your vibration will raise, and you will heal, and you will strengthen, and you will have good luck and all sorts of good. But when you take advantage of anything, then that's when issues happen. That's why people wonder why everything is going wrong, because sometimes we don't realize what we're doing, and sometimes we do things that are not good. So sometimes we might put our issues and problems on others, and that's not a good thing to do. Not a good thing. We have to work on ourselves to clear them problems, not put our issues on others. So lots of things that we have to be careful about. One of them is taking advantage. Don't take advantage of people. So I'm just going to show you. So these here are going to be given away freely. So what you need to do, if you are suffering from what I've just talked about, the radiation of it, okay? If you're suffering and it's close to you and you don't know what to do, then go to info@markbajerski.com, put your name, and simply we don't need a story because we're busy all day. We just need a first name and an address. And after that, put, okay, that's 4 + 1 and then G. That's all you need to do. And we'll go down the list and hopefully you're going to receive one of these. Now, you've got to understand that we get hundreds and hundreds of messages weekly after this video. So we're going to do our best. We can't promise anything. Once they're gone, okay? And if my business continues to do well, then I'll get some more. And I'll keep getting some more. So keep watching the videos and keep listening to this. And what happens is, once you've sent that message and it's received, we go down the list. So if I do well again in a few weeks or a month or whatever, I will buy another load of these. And if anybody knows, these are damn expensive, guys. These aren't cheap. This here, what I'm holding, is a lot of money. So if you get genuine Silicon Valley, I was going to show you, but it doesn't matter. Just go to Mark Bajerski Crystals and just look how you can check to see if Silicon Valley and Shungite is genuine. I just did a video. Go over there and watch. It's only a few seconds, but then you can tell if you've got a genuine piece. Okay, so that's them. Okay, so the other thing, what's happening right now is there is a massive amount of people sending me messages wanting to be on the healing list. You're on the healing list. On the star healing list. It might be in the other room. So I've got a healing list. It's a book. And I put your name in there and I meditate on that as much as I can. And that's sending healing. So whenever we do a full healing, the book comes with me and I scan the pages and ask Spirit to help. So I do that as often as I can. So that's normally once a year. That book gets thrown at the end of the year and then I get a new book and start again. So going back to the second part of this. The second part of this is that I know that fear is the biggest seller of the mainstream media, breaking news. And what happens is it's deliberately put there to lower you down so you don't become strong. Because when you're strong, you start to think for yourself. When you think for yourself, you become a danger to the system. Okay, that's how it works. So I'm not part of a system. I live my life. I don't allow the system to tell me what to think and feel. Okay, that's what the system does. When you are in that system, meaning that you play a part in it, when you are bought into the system, put this back in my pocket, we will naturally start to feel fearful. You'll naturally start to lower your energy and feel weak and feel that's what they want you to do, because when you're like that, then you're vulnerable to listen to anything what they say. It's so easy. That's what a lot of charlatans do in every walk of life. They make you feel bad, put fear into you, tell you that your house is falling down, and then you start panicking, and then you'll, please tell me what to do, tell me what to do. That's what the mainstream media does. It's a voodoo spell, evilness. That's why I say chuck your TV away. You'll heal in a week if you chuck that away. So there's a lot of people send me messages, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. You know, this word depression is something that passes through you if you allow it to. I've had it for 20 years. I am depressed. Well, then you are, because you're saying it. But it's only an energy that passes through. So if you want to let that pass through, you can do. And what I've done is worked on a few crystals here for depression, or what you believe is depression. It isn't depression, but they're specifically worked on an energy that will help you see that it's just an energy within you and you can shift it away. So if you hold the crystal, it will help tremendously. Then it's up to you to shift that energy. So the crystal will awaken you to, actually, this isn't me. It's a feeling that I've got, yes, and I need to get rid of that feeling. That's what these crystals are worked on. I've worked on these now, and I'm working on them again tonight, through the night as well. Last night I was up till, I think, 1:30. And I was exhausted, but I worked on them. So I'm going to show you them now. So this is one lot here. These are just absolutely divine, guys. Absolutely divine. I've got a few down here you see, that I've got, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 down there. Exactly the same as these that are going to go on my website that I'm going to sell. So when I sell them, that's going to help pay for these. You see how it works? It's brilliant. So hopefully when they've sold, these will pay for themselves, and I can do the same again all the time. So these are going to come to anybody who thinks they've got an energy of depression. Okay, this at this side is a beautiful, I think they're chevron, but yeah, they're amethyst, but they're absolutely beautiful. Hand chosen, I hand pick every piece, okay? These are all hand picked, okay? So that's them. Also some amazing, these are really beautiful. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. These are gorgeous. These are clear quartz, but really special. These are going to come to you as well. And these beauties as well. So, in and amongst all of this, there's, I say 500. So yeah, some beauties, some real beautiful, beautiful, beautiful crystals here. These are choice pieces that are going to come to you. So what am I going to do with these now? All of these 3 cases. I'm going to take these down tomorrow to the office. Sleeping Buddha, which is the company that I have. Sleeping Buddha is markbajerski.com. They ship everything out. And all I need from you is to send a message to info@markbajerski.com. and simply one name of somebody that you know is on the edge of suicide, somebody who is depressed, really depressed. These are all words, by the way. Okay, and then their first name and their address. Now, please don't be sending a message if you're not depressed. Don't be sent just because you want a crystal. Don't do that, guys. You've known me. I've been here now 2 or 3 years. I've got 800 or 900 videos on here. I've been gifting all the time. I always gift. So you'll all, if you've got another reason why you feel that you want a crystal, if you've got no money, you send a message, a little message, just saying, you know what, Mark's a nice guy. I've got no money. I could really do with a crystal. We'll look at that, and if it feels genuine, it feels right, I'll send you one. Don't worry. I'd do my best and send you one. But these are specifically for that reason, for those who we don't want to leave this world, and we don't want people to suffer with that microwave, okay? So that's my little message today. I love you all. I'm going to get on with work now. And thank you all, everybody who has ever supported my tools that I work with daily as a healer for 16 years, the incense that I use daily, and all the oils that I use, and all my crystals, each crystal that I've handpicked personally, just like each one of those little tiny Moldavites on there that I've handpicked out of thousands of Moldavites. Little tiny pieces that are going on the website, which are powerful, to some of the biggest crystals and some of the most beautiful Moldavites in the world that I now possess, so that everybody else can buy them if they want. If not, they can go on the website and really enjoy just looking at them. I get a lot of messages saying, I love looking at your website. I love looking at the shop. I get such a buzz. And I'm saying, well, that's because if you put energy into something, then you'll feel it. It's a bit like a painting. You can walk into an art gallery and you can walk around that art gallery and nothing touches you, but all of a sudden something will blow you away. And 9 times out of 10, that's because there's a message in that painting, or the painting has been painted by somebody on great energy who's put beautiful energy into it. So that's why you'll feel a certain feeling from a crystal, and that's one of 3 things. It's either good energy that the painter's put into it or the healer's put into it. 2, there's a message within that, or some healing within that crystal, or the third one, what was the third one now? Oh, it's gone. But anyway, you know what I mean. Have a beautiful day. Let me get on with work, and we hope to send you a crystal And if you are feeling like you don't want to be here in this world, let me tell you something. That's the most important reason why you should be in this world, because you feel the way you do. It's so important that you stay. Honestly, you have no idea what your life's going to be in these next coming months if you just clear that energy away. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You are the most powerful energy in the world, and let me send you a crystal to prove it. Love you. Have a great day, guys. I mean it. Have a great day.